Well, I want to do another video on the new PPP program. I mean, PPP program was out last year, and then they increased some more money to it, and now it's new this year with a lot more money. And the next one coming down the line, probably the vote on next week, is going to have more money on it. So that's why I think people should understand. I made fun of it. I guess it was true, but now because the laws have changed in the new PPP, so to make sure that people who are suffering get it, not the rich people. That was happening in the first round. All the Fortune 500 companies sucked up most of the money. So what's going on now is trying to aim at the people who really need it. And again, it's for independent contractors, freelancers, nonprofit organizations, even though it says small business. See, that's why anything the government says, you got to read between the lines. You got to look at specifically. You don't know your business. You think you have to be an LLC or incorporate. No, you don't. You know, you can do this with a social security number, and that's all you need. Or you have bad credit. No, it doesn't matter. You have criminal record. No, that doesn't matter. Felonies, even. No, that doesn't matter. Well, here, just in the first couple of weeks that the new program has been out, the share of the funds going to small business with fewer than 10 employees. What they're trying to do is make sure the little people, single people, working in their bedroom, like me here. Now, that went up 60%. Also, the share going to small businesses in rural areas went up 30%. And then the share of funding that's going through community development financial institution. These are community banks, not the Chases and the big fat cats from Wall Street, because you have to go through a middleman like that to get it. They fill out the application, send it to the government, and the government's the one that stands by it. And if you don't pay, well, actually, it's a grant, so you're not paying. Some of it you may pay, and it is a loan. That's another thing. It's a loan, but it's not. It's a grant. As long as you use the money in a certain way, you don't have to pay it back. So it's a complicated system. You do it enough, you just assume. If you haven't done it before, man, it makes no sense whatsoever. Don't worry about making sense. Make dollars by applying. Now, what they did today, the White House came out on the 22nd of February. He said, now they institute a 14-day period starting Wednesday, which is 2 days from now, because I think now it's Monday night. I'm an old guy, and every day looks the same anymore, doesn't it, to everybody? Movies don't come out on Friday like they used to. That used to be my turning point. Oh, what are the new movies out in the theaters? Can't do that anymore. So Wednesday, 14 days from Wednesday, during which only businesses with fewer than 20 employees can apply. So that's why, see, if you have a business with fewer than 20 employees, start calling these people, figure out how to apply. I'll put in the description, if you're watching this on YouTube, some sources that to apply. But if you go to sba.gov and put in PPP, they'll hook you up with people. Or another way you could find is the community development financial institutions and minority depository institutions. They're all set up. So lots of places to get free help. You already have a bank, that you're friendly with. They probably know how to do this too. Okay. So now for the next 14 days, starting Wednesday, they're only taking applications from people with 20 employees or less. So you're an independent freelancer, maybe just doing, you're writing a novel or you're doing daycare, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're still, covered under this most of the time. There's always exceptions, ifs, ands, or buts. That's right. Don't trust me from what I say. Go to the horse's mouth, the people giving out the money. They'll tell you. Sole proprietors, independent contractors, self-employed individuals receive more support, okay? Now, they're saying this, the White House saying they want to give more money to sole proprietors. They want to give more money to independent contractors. They want to give more money to self-employed individuals. You're a taxi driver. You're a self-employed individual. So this kind of stuff. You're a babysitter. consistent with bipartisan, eliminate exclusionary. Listen to this now. They eliminate the problem that was exclusionary restriction that prevented small business owners with prior non-felony convictions. Okay, so if you had a felony conviction, they eliminated that from obtaining relief from the paycheck. So that's what I mean. So now you could have a felony and you're still eligible for it. So that's very important. A lot of people, I get a lot of people like, Lesko help. Where's the money for felony? Well, see, and a lot of that, just if you have a felony or a bad record or something, you just apply and worry about it at the end. Don't worry about it beforehand, because if it's obvious or something, but things are changing so much, and most of us, and if you're an adult 40 or 50 or more, you're living in rules that were made up in the 50s. That stuff doesn't work anymore. Okay, so eliminate exclusionary restriction that prevented small business owners who are delinquent in their federal student loans from obtaining the money. So that means you could be delinquent in your loans. The wolf could be at the door. Those those people from Detroit with the baseball bats are there trying to get their money from you because you haven't paid in 5 years. Doesn't matter. They'll still give you a PPP loan. Maybe that's why they call it PPP. Including student. Millions of Americans are delinquent on student loans, including a disproportionate number of Black borrowers. Working with the Department of Treasury and Education, SBA will remove the student loan delinquency restriction to broaden access to the PPP. See, I was just making fun out of the thing earlier. Hey, you could be a felon, and you could be, the law chasing you for not paying your loan, but the government wants to give you a loan. Don't worry. To ensure non-citizen small business owners who are lawful residents by clarifying they may use individual taxpayer identification number. Okay, so instead of a Social Security number, that's my understanding. I might be wrong. You tell me I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot of time. And the older I get, the more wrong I am. When I was younger, I knew I was right. Now I accept I'm wrong. That's easy. So you have an ITIN number instead of a Social Security number. You're eligible for it. And I just noticed the report I did on the stimulus program for they're giving out in California nowadays. You could use that INT number to get like $1,200 out of a stimulus check, from California. Okay, he said, but the lack of guidance from the SBA has created inconsistency in access for ITIN. See, they're saying some were giving it, like green card holders, or are here on a visa. The SBA will address this unfair inconsistency by issuing clear guidance in the coming days that otherwise eligible applicants cannot be denied access if they use their ITIN to pay their taxes. So that's a number used on taxes if you don't have a Social Security number, I guess, right? In addition to the 5 categories, Biden-Harris administration has taken the will and will continue to take steps to ensure equitable distribution of relief that values each and every taxpayer dollars. These include addressing waste, fraud, and abuse across the federal programs, promoting transparency and accountability by improving the application. Yeah, the application is a lot easier now for the PPP. Before it was, I know my son applied for one with his nonprofit, and oh God, it was just terrible. You needed a team of accountants. Improving emergency relief digital front door. Not sure what that means, so who cares? Continue to conduct extensive stakeholder outreach. Okay, so they're going to promote this more and try to get it. That's why I guess I'm talking about it, because I found the press release. Whatever, enhancing the current lender management model. Now we have models in the White House. Ooh, I thought that went out with the last administration. It's a bad joke. Oh, I bet there's a ton of jokes in here for the White House if I want to find them. So the PPP is something to think about, something to investigate. Don't think about it. Just go apply. You call one of these people that are the middlemen and just say, hey, I want to apply. That makes sense? I don't even know how to spell my last name. Can I apply? Oh, yeah, we'll figure it out. See, they want to do this because they make money if they put in your application. So they're making money. You don't pay them. They're getting it from the SBA. So don't worry about it. Follow up. You can go to SBA.gov and look for the PPP. Go to the description and get the links. I got some other videos that just describe the program and links to describe how to find an intermediary. All that stuff is on the SBA website too. So go get them.